759-4242. That's 759-HA-HA. So, Joel, you're from Boston. Mm-hmm. Kind of a straight-laced guy. You had a culture shock when you came to truck night.
It's fun. I live in Brooklyn right now, and usually in Brooklyn people don't show their guns, but at truck night people just kind of walked around, just like, there's not so much of a drive-by, it's just like a slow rock-by.
Maybe that's what we need. We got to have a little bit of, maybe somebody should introduce the concept of truck night to Brooklyn.
I don't know if that would last for very long.
But you are a big fan of Jim Trafficking. You've embraced two things about this area: truck night and Jim Trafficking.
It's kind of part of my indoctrination, I think. Just like I have a calendar with his very amazing quotes. He's just kind of like the drunk high school gym teacher that I haven't seen in too long. That just tells you how crappy of a student you are, and then throws a dodgeball at your face. Just like, come on, vote, and then just punts a ball at your face.
That's pretty good. Man, I think you summed him up pretty well.
Have you met him before?
Oh, tons of times.
Does he just smell like gin, or like what's he like in real life?
No, you know what? He's as intense as he is, and he's like one of them guys. He'll put you in a headlock and slap you in the face and that sort of thing, and.
What do you mean, one of those guys that just puts you in a headlock and slaps you in the face?
Oh, yeah,
You're
right.
one of those guys that just grabs you, a perfect stranger, and puts you in a headlock and slaps you around.
That's about what he is. Oh, sure, no doubt about it. As a matter of fact, I remember one time, this was years ago, and he was just running for, I think he was just running for sheriff, or this might have been like the first time he was running for Congress. And we were at this jamboree. And it was just like this crazy party, and people are there, and everybody is smashed. And this is at the point of time when he was, Mr. Law and Order, straight-laced Joe Friday type deal. And I get up there to introduce him, and I for some reason I decide to tell a joke, and I'm definitely not a comedian. I get up there and I start going on with his joke, and his joke is going on, and it's going on. And I get to the punchline, and I can't remember the punchline for the life of me. So Jim is standing there, and I'm plastered. And the next thing I know, I go, you know what? I forgot the punchline to this joke. I just like to bring up Jim. And that was one of those days where he grabbed me by the shirt and just smacked me right in the head.
Can he run again for office?
You know what? I'm not sure if he can. I think he could run, but I don't think he could vote.
Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, we're at Providence, like Buddy Cianci, like he would get reelected. Just like, can you imagine like Trafficking like running again? Like felony free since '93. Vote Trafficking. Like
that's a good.
He would probably win. He would probably win.
I wouldn't be surprised. I
I feel like he would just like challenge his competitor to like a feats of strength, so, like who can lift 50 pounds more, like who can carry this bag of flour the farthest, and that's who wins. But.
What got me is a lot of people were surprised that he was wearing a toupee all this time, because he was known for his messed up hair, and it turned out it was a toupee. And I think that is probably one of the best ways to go about disguising the fact that you have a toupee. Get one that just looks like such a messed up thing that nobody's even going to suspect it. They're looking at like, look at this unkempt hair, and instead it's like, that was a toupee.
Have you ever seen a good-looking toupee? Like, every time I've been just like, who does this guy think he's fooling? It's like that and the comb over. It's just like, come on, bald is not horrible. Like, it's more ridiculous that you're wearing this thing on your head than just letting it. I mean, but you have beautiful like silver locks, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, not quite yet. But I don't know if I would go with a tube or not. I think I would just have to shave it.
Sometimes you just gotta go the Michael Jordan. You just shave it
and let it be.
Get a nice goatee.
See, I'm one of these white guys. I think if I shaved my head, I would look like a Q-tip. I would just think that I got too big of a head. You see some of these white guys. If you do it the wrong way, you look like you're a chemo patient.
You don't want to do it after you've gone on a trip to Barbados. So like you just kind of look like this like hodgepodge of like Crayola crayons.
Exactly. We're talking with comedian Joel Dovev. He is going to be at the Funny Farm coming up on Saturday night. We got two big shows, and comedian Mike Polk is going to be there. He's the guy that got the Cleveland Browns rant on YouTube that everybody's talking about.
And you'll be there.
And I will be there, so I don't know what more you could possibly ask for. For tickets and reservations, call the Funny Farm, 330-759-4242. That's 759-HA-HA. Joel, we'll see you there Saturday night.
Thanks again, man.
Perfect.
Awesome, man.
I think those are two very